Okay, so before moving into the details of the Aries algorithm, it uses the steal and no force approach. They are having two approaches. One approach is called as steal and one approach is called as no force. These are the two approaches this particular algorithm uses. So before moving into the detail of what do you mean by the steal and what do you mean by no force approach, let me build the base for that. Suppose I am having this transaction T1, I am having transaction T1, I am having transaction T2 and T3, any number of transactions. Suppose that this particular transaction T1 is there, this particular transaction I am considering. If suppose I am saying in this particular transaction T1, this transaction T1 is having read the value of A, then write the value of A, then I am going to read the value of B and I am going to write the value of B. Okay, this is the transaction T1, right? It is not yet committed. Are you getting? Now before committing this particular transaction, this transaction is not yet committed. So whatever the updations are to be done, these updations will be reflected in a temporary database or temporary memory. If I am naming it as either cache or a temporary memory, so in this temporary memory these changes will be updated. मी समजा ए ची व्हॅल्यू पहिल्यांदा 300 कन्सिडर केली होती. आफ्टर अपडेशन इट हॅज बिकम 500. बी ची व्हॅल्यू मी अगोदर 100 कन्सिडर केली होती. आफ्टर अपडेटिंग इट हॅज बिकम 600. So whatever the updations, whatever these updation, it has become 500 and it has become 600. This updation will be done where? This updation will be done in a temporary memory, right? Why? Because this particular transaction T1 is not yet committed. Once it will get commit, once this particular transaction will get committed, these changes will be updated into a permanent database. This updation will be done in a permanent database. Once I will be committing it, once the transaction will get committed, whatever the updation here 500 and here I am doing 600, this will get updated into a permanent database. Okay, now let me come back. Here you can see what do you mean by steal approach. This is the normal approach. Here whatever I am telling you, this is the normal approach. It should happen like this, but in Aries algorithm what happens? See, I am having a steal approach. What this steal approach say? The cache buffer or a temporary memory or a cache memory updated by one transaction, the cache memory updated by one transaction can be returned to the permanent storage before the transaction get committed. Means what? As I am saying, before committing this particular transaction, just now I have told you, before committing this particular transaction, आता हे ट्रान्झॅक्शन कमिट झालेलं नाही आहे, बट वॉट एव्हर दी चेंजेस आय एम डुईंग, दो चेंजेस विल बी रिफ्लेक्टेड इन टू अ डेटाबेस डायरेक्टली. Whatever the changes before here, this transaction is not yet committed, but whatever the changes are there, those changes will be updated into a permanent database. Okay, then after that, what is saying? After that, another transaction can be utilized this space in the permanent storage. Now I am saying I am having one more transaction. I am having one more transaction, this transaction T2, right? I am having one more transaction, this transaction T2. Here I am having transaction T2. Suppose this T2 can utilize the space in this particular database now, right? This T2, whatever the space has been allocated, suppose I am saying this is the permanent database. हा एवढा परमानेंट डेटाबेस है, right? This is the permanent database. In this permanent database, this before committing this particular transaction T1, it has been updated into a permanent database, and whatever the memory which has been allocated, suppose ही जे एवढी मेमरी आहे, ही एवढी मेमरी समजा मी ट्रान्झॅक्शन T1 ला allocate केली होती. If I am saying this has been allocated to transaction T1, right? Transaction T1. So steal approach does what? Steal approach मुळे काय होतं? this particular transaction T2 can utilize this space. This transaction T2 can utilize whatever it has been, whatever the space which is allocated to transaction T1, that this particular transaction T2 can use. That is called as the steal approach. Okay, then, and what do you mean by no force approach? What do you mean by no force approach? If all the pages updated by the transaction is not immediately returned to the disk before the transaction gets committed, it is called as no force approach. Means whatever the conventional approach, just now I have told you, this is my transaction T1, it will get committed, right? Once it will get committed, then and then only it will get updated into a database. That scenario is called as no force approach. Understanding? Here transaction T1 है, this particular transaction T1 will start and it will get committed, right? But before getting committed, जेवढे changes असतील ते कुठे store होणार? It will be in a temporary memory or a cache memory. It will be in a temporary memory. Once it will get committed, these changes will be updated into a permanent database. कधी कमिट झाल्यानंतर. जर कमिट नाही झाला तर या डेटाबेस मध्ये चेंजेस होणार नाहीत. Okay, that is called as, this approach is called as what? This approach is called as no force approach. This approach is called as no force approach. Okay, then now there are certain steps are there of this Aries algorithm that we will discuss. Now I will jump over the algorithm directly. What there are 3 steps are there of this particular algorithm. Which are those steps? Step number 1 is analysis, step number 2 is redo, and step number 2 is undo. Step number 1 is analysis, step number 2 is redo, and step number 3 is undo. Okay, we will discuss this. Now suppose I am saying I am having the log file as this. You can see I am having, this is the log file. Now what this log file is saying, यामध्ये माझ्याकडे transaction T1 आहे which is writing the value of A. माझ्याकडे transaction T2 आहे which is writing the value of B. Transaction T2 has committed. Transaction T3 is reading the value of C, and transaction T3 is reading the value of C, right? And after that, suppose there is a crash. This is the log file. You can see this is not actual transaction, this is the log file of the transactions, right? आतापर्यंत काय काय झाले, लॉग फाइल मध्ये काय काय अपडेट झाले. यू कॅन सी लॉग फाइल मध्ये आतापर्यंत काय काय अपडेट झाले. ट्रान्झॅक्शन T1 has started, then transaction T2 has started, and transaction T2 has committed. म्हणजे transaction T2 पूर्ण झालेला आहे. Transaction T2 has completed, it will get completed, right? Then transaction T3 has started, but transaction T3 is not completed. म्हणजे if I want to tell you, you can see I am having transaction T1, this T1 is still active. Transaction T2 has started and it has committed, means what? It is completed. And transaction T3 is there, it is also in active phase, right? Now you can see here what is the problem. The problem is that after that there is a crash, there is an error occur. You can see here there is a crash. So if there is a crash, what to do? How we are going to recover from this crash, from this failure? Okay, कारण इकडे झाले काय बघा आतापर्यंत. In this particular phase I am writing the value of A, I am reading the value of C, and I am writing the value of C. म्हणजे इथे मी जेव्हा या A ची व्हॅल्यू राईट करणार, ती परमनंट डेटाबेस मध्ये तर अपडेट होणार नाही, बिकॉज आय एम युजिंग नो फोर्स अप्रोच. सो नो फोर्स अप्रोच मुळे काय होणार, हे जे अपडेट झालंय हे फक्त टेम्पररी मेमरी मध्ये स्टोअर होणार. तुमच्या परमनंट मेमरीमध्ये स्टोअर होणार का? नाही, इट विल नॉट गेट अपडेटेड इन टू अ परमनंट मेमरी. When it will get updated into a permanent memory? When this transaction T1 will get completed, then and then only. After that, I am writing the value of B in transaction T2, and T2 has completed. So whatever the updation of the data item B, that will get reflected into a permanent database. Okay, then I am having transaction T3. T3 is reading the value of C and writing the value of C, but it is not committed. So T3, whatever the updation of this T3 is performing, that is also will not get updated into a permanent database, right? So I am going to do the analysis of this particular log file. The first phase is analysis only. So analysis says what? How we do the analysis, or how this an algorithm do the analysis. In this log file, it will identify the dirty pages. It will identify the dirty pages or updated pages, I can say, right? In the buffer, in the temporary memory मध्ये कुठले कुठले dirty pages आहेत or कुठले कुठले updated pages आहेत ते मी चेक करणार, right? In that file, what I am going to check की किती transaction complete झाले, how many transactions are completed, and how many transactions are incompleted. That I will check. The set of transactions which are completed and the set of transactions which are incompleted. In this case, किती complete झाले? You can see here I have written only transaction T2 has completed. Transaction T1 and transaction T3 are incomplete. Transaction T1 and T3 are incomplete. So that I am going to identify. And after that, you can see when the system gets restored, the analysis is to be done and identify that the transaction T1 and T3 are active transactions. Either we need to undo those transactions or we need to roll back those transactions. It will be decided, right? And you can see the analysis also says that the transaction T2 has completed. The transaction T2 has completed because it is started and it has completed. That's why, or it has started and it have committed. That's why this particular transaction T2 is committed. समजलं? Whatever the analysis, the किती transaction complete झालेत आणि किती transactions incomplete आहेत, that we need to check. Then I am having the second phase, that is called as the redo phase. Redo phase means what? जेवढे transactions incomplete आहेत त्यांना आपण redo करणार. Whatever the transactions which are incomplete, that we need to restore. So Aries algorithm does what? The Aries algorithm finds all the operations before the crash. कुठले कुठले operations आहेत crash च्या अगोदर? So you can see crash च्या अगोदर there is a write of A and there is a read of C and there is a write of C. I will not consider this because write of B is already committed. त्यामुळे तो consider करण्याची गरज नाही because this transaction T2 has already committed. Okay, done. We need to restore the system back to the same state before the crash. क्रॅश होण्याच्या अगोदर जी स्टेट होती त्या स्टेटमध्ये मी माझे ट्रान्झॅक्शन नेऊन ठेवणार. दॅट इज नथिंग बट दी रिस्टोरिंग फेज. नाउ यू नो व्हॉट डू मीन बाय रिस्टोरिंग. तुमच्या मोबाईलमध्ये एक ऑप्शन असतो रिस्टोर सेटिंग्स. व्हॉट डू मीन बाय रिस्टोर सेटिंग्स? जर तुम्ही मोबाईल रिस्टोर केला, इनिशियली वेन वी हॅव परचेस दी मोबाईल, ॲट दॅट टाइम whatever was there, whatever the setting was there, those setting will get invoked, right? That is called as restoration. So here the same scenario I am doing. Before the transaction, before the crash, whatever this state was there, that state will get restored. It will abort all the actions of transactions which are still active. कुठले कुठले ॲक्टिव्ह आहेत? यू कॅन सी इथे मी म्हणूनच लिहून ठेवले आहे कुठले कुठले ॲक्टिव्ह आहेत. ट्रान्झॅक्शन T1 इज ॲक्टिव्ह अँड T3 इज ॲक्टिव्ह. सो यांनी आतापर्यंत जेवढं काम केलं आहे ते सगळं रिस्टोर होणार. इट विल गेट रोल्ड बॅक, राईट? अँड the transaction T1 and T3 are still active before the crash, thus they will have to redo again. Means transaction T1 and T3 will perform a redo action or it will get redone. Okay, this is my step number 2, and step number 3 says what? Finally, during the undo phase, what we do, the system scans the log file in a reverse order. Undo phase मध्ये आपण काय करतो, whatever the log file I am going to scan, I am going to scan in a reverse way, not from top to bottom, from bottom to top. I will scan the log file from bottom to top, right? Then the information needed for the Aries algorithm to accomplish the recovery procedure will be introduced into the log file transaction table, in the log file transaction table and dirty page table, because this transaction recovery manager will also maintain the transaction table as well as the dirty page table, so it will get updated accordingly, and this transaction T1 and T3 will be undone, right? So it will get undone and then it will get redo. ओके, जेवढं त्यांनी आतापर्यंत काम केलं आहे, जेवढे अपडेशन त्यांनी केले आहेत, पहिल्यांदा जर समजा मी म्हणतोय की एची व्हॅल्यू 100 होती, 100 होती, and after doing this it has been updated to 300, so it will get undone, so that is nothing but the undo phase. Okay, so this is the, what I can say, phases, or these are the 3 phases of the Aries algorithm. Hope so you people have got it. Okay, then there are certain advantages of this. It is simple and flexible, as you can know, just now we have discussed. It supports the concurrency control mechanism and the independent of the recovery of the pages. It is having the independent recovery of the pages, independent recovery of the transactions, because once in this example the transaction T2 has started and committed, so we should not take into account, that is the independent recovery of the pages. Okay, hope so you people have got it, whatever I have tried to tell you. Okay.